We yet again just got some pretty big Starfield news. We are less than a month away from the game's release now, so we are bound to see more and more of this kind of stuff pop up on our feeds, and you all know that I will be sure to keep you up to date on Starfield news, leaks and everything else that drops. So let's not waste any time and just get straight to the point. I'm sure by now you've all heard that Starfield will be appearing at Gamescom later on this month. This was of course confirmed to us a little while ago now, but Gamescom will be happening during August 23rd to August 27th, and we know that those who go to Gamescom are going to see more footage of Starfield. However, it has now been confirmed to us that Starfield will not have a playable demo at Gamescom. Now look, I'm not trying to start any beef with anyone, but I'm gonna be kind of blunt here. A lot of shitty outlets and YouTubers are coming out saying this is really bad and probably points towards the game being in a bad state, and this could not be further from the truth, at least in my opinion. I'd never expected Starfield to have a demo because Bethesda usually doesn't roll that way, and I also think it's kind of silly to expect a game as massive as Starfield to have a playable demo. Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, did come out recently and outright say that Starfield is the biggest game that Xbox has ever created, and it definitely looks it. It wouldn't make sense for Starfield to have a demo because you wouldn't be able to do much of anything in the time you get to play. You've got to remember that this game is big, as is every Bethesda Game Studios game, and this is their biggest one yet, so it's definitely going to be massive. It's going to be hours and hours until we're really deep into Starfield and you actually get a feel of how the game is. You can't just play it for, I don't know, 45 minutes and then really have an opinion on it, if you get what I mean. So much so that Xcast have said that Starfield is so huge that they don't know how reviewers will review it. Now my personal plan is to play the game as much as I possibly can and then get a review out on the second, but I'll give my extended thoughts, aka a much deeper and longer interview, about a month after release. So moving on, a very reliable and respected person in Kinda Funny Games Paris has had the chance to talk to somebody who has been playing Starfield early. We aren't sure if this is a playtester or another insider or someone else at Xbox entirely, but Paris said that what he's heard has made him even more hyped. I'm just going to play the full, like roughly 50-second clip here for you all and just hope I don't get copyright striked.
Man, yep, right?
Can I say this, and I will keep it anonymous, protect the innocent.
Okay.
I may or may not have talked to someone that has been playing Starfield.
Whoa!
And they may or may not have got me pretty hyped for it, in the sense that this anonymous person said that they're going to be very fascinated to see how it's reviewed just because of the size of what this game is, just how big it is. And I'll leave it at that.
So this of course is pretty huge news, and before you comment to ask, yes, I definitely believe this, especially after the clips that myself and other content creators such as Juicehead were sent. People are currently playing this game, not just people at Bethesda. And we keep hearing this same stuff from everyone, that Starfield is quote big, or it's quote vast, or quote the biggest game we've ever made from Bethesda. And I really think after all of this we can pretty much confirm that that's true. Now, I knew that Starfield would be huge when the 45-minute Starfield Direct showcase ended, and I still had questions, despite like a million of them being answered. Now, there's also been a lot of complaining, I guess, recently, that we haven't seen any more Starfield footage. I did touch on this a few weeks ago, but I think that my boy Lone Vault Wanderer summed it up pretty nicely with his recent tweet. Bethesda dropped a 45-minute Direct, and people still saying, we haven't seen enough of the game yet. Shut your ass up. Look, I know we're all very hyped and we're all very excited and we're all practically fondling ourselves over Starfield at the moment, and we all want to see more and finally play the game, but if you ask me, Bethesda has done enough. They could release the game as planned on September 1st/6th with absolutely zero new footage and the game would still sell incredibly well. Honestly, I think all Bethesda needs to do now is put out like a 1 or maybe 2 minute Starfield trailer yet again saying the release date just to get the general audience reminded, and then they can release the game no issue. Look, it's not like we haven't gotten anything. We just saw a massive interview with Starfield's producer Jamie where she mentioned a bunch of new things such as sandwich spaceships, mission boards and a few other bits and pieces. I broke all of this down in my video yesterday if you want to check that out to get the deeper information on it. And not to mention, Bethesda also just released 3 animated shorts, which were really fun to watch, so it's not like they're dead silent just waiting on the game to release. They're cooking, and I say let them cook. And look, it's not like anyone's gonna refuse to buy Starfield because we haven't seen any new footage in the last couple of weeks, not at all. See, we spoke recently on the Discord about how a lot of content creators and gaming outlets are also already being quite negative on Starfield, and how, of course, it isn't really fair. Out of like 15 games that BGS have put out, Bethesda have only released 1 negatively reviewed game in Fallout 76. So I definitely think we need to give them the benefit of the doubt, especially when it comes to Starfield, which looks absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. And look, I'll tell you all what I said on my Discord. The sad reality is that negativity gets more clicks than positivity, because haters use the negative sites in YouTube videos or whatever else to fill their justification of hating. If all I did was make negative videos, my views, watch time and subscriber count would shoot up, I can promise you that. Because when I have made negative videos in the past, and I'm not talking anything clickbaity here, I mean like when Starfield was actually dead silent and we were discussing the possibility of another delay, my views were higher than ever. So the sad reality is, like I said, people are negative because it gets them clicks, and that's what gets them more money at the end of the month. It's sad, but it is what it is. In my opinion, we need to stop supporting all of this bullshit and all of these people, and learn to just celebrate games. It doesn't matter what fucking platform you're on, or what your preferred games are, just celebrate games, man. Look, I think that one of the world's most popular games in Call of Duty is absolute pure dong water, but I'd never and will never make a video shitting on it because other people enjoy it. I don't like it, so I don't talk about it. It's as simple as that. If, and I don't think it will of course, but if Starfield comes out and it absolutely sucks, you'll see me give it a negative review, maybe do 1 video discussing it, and then we'll move on and find new content to create. But anyway, look, that's all I have to say in today's video. I just wanted to update you all in the news recently that came out, and of course give my thoughts on the current Starfield negativity. If you enjoyed the video, I kindly ask that you leave it a like, as it really helps out myself and the channel as a whole, and also consider subscribing for more content like this, and of course to stay up to date on everything for Starfield. I'm talking news, leaks, speculation, rumours, whatever it is, I've got you covered. I also woke up to 8k subscribers today, so I just want to thank you all so much for that. It put me in a great mood for the day. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Of course, lastly, as always, a massive thank you to the channel members for supporting me day after day, month after month. It truly means the world, guys. Thank you for being here. But with all of that said and done, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you next time. Peace.